Hello. Uh,
No,
what's your name again? I forgot.
it's starting here, man. Start 21,
Uh,
man. 21.
20.
M.SLB. Got you. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you. So we're starting a project called Benfica After 90 Days, where we periodically talk about Benfica once in a blue moon, um, and we'll see if anyone cares to check it out. Um,
Yeah, sounds
so
good,
for
man. Yeah.
so for those who don't know, Benfica is a club out of Portugal. Just I'm filling Sack in real quickly, just because a lot of people don't know really.
Yeah,
They're a
yeah.
club out of Portugal, but we speak in English, which is not the native tongue of the country, and we
Not
talk
yet.
about things like they kick the ball to this guy, to that guy, and they score a goal. Um, should have committed a bit more and come back in January. At the end of January, I should have waited a bit longer.
I know.
We'll
With that said, I'll see you guys. See you guys in January.
Yeah, peace. No, that's good. It's been absolute chaos from a work front for all of us. Joe's been traveling a lot. For those who didn't know, Mello had the baby recently, so he's been on father duty for a while, and just work chaos. I got a lot of upgrading of personal education, enhancements of business fronts, things of the sort. So things are going really well in life on my front. Luigi's doing really well. Me and him have been doing a little gymnastics competition. We're gonna be the most gymnasty out
Mario,
there.
Mario's got a sentence for a name, mate.
I gotta say, I know it's the amount of gibberish. Um,
Jesus.
but yeah, we've been doing the gymnastics. I've
Oh.
lost a chunk of weight, which is good.
Yeah, you look it, mate. I don't know
Yeah,
if
a
it's a
little bit.
black on the camera, but he does it. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay. A little bit. I can
yeah.
do
Yeah,
a
man.
little bit of the little 10 pounders. I can now curl 10 pounders. I'm there.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello. Yeah.
I've always been able to kill 10 pounders. You know what I'm
Hey, hey, hey. One on
saying?
each hand. Hey.
Hey, yeah, mine and someone else's. That's what I'm saying.
What do they call it when you have like the deadlift, right? When you have something the big thing where you have to bend over to lift it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Yeah, the
yeah,
deadlift.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
it.
I've been
That's a
doing,
good. Mhm.
mate. Honestly,
It's been
I've
a
got a cold
while.
now.
Yeah, illness has been the other things I'm battling back and forth, which is fun. But it's been a while. It's been a while. We did the
Nah,
Porto match. Since then, Benfica's been on an amazing run in Europe.
you're such a tennis.
We had, Luigi went there. He gave us good vibes. He went personally to Lisbon, and the going
Yeah,
joke is he's not allowed going Champions League matches anymore.
that's
Um,
fine. It's fine by me. It's fine by me.
as long as they win. If they don't win, you got to get back there because at least you might as well go there, right?
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, look at this. Take away the beard, and you'll have.
yeah. Zach always he always tries to be funny. I don't know why it doesn't work, but he tries it at
It
least.
works. It works.
It's it's
There's
it's,
Boris. I
it's a
miss
bit
you
like
guys, by the way.
United,
There
huh?
we go.
Look at
I miss.
Boris. Glad to see you're alive. Yeah, I'm glad to see I'm
Rica.
alive and Mario's alive,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you
We
know.
survived a little bit. It's been funny. We've been going through a bit of an existential crisis personally when we talk about Benfica because it's this kind of like back and forth and a little bit of angers about how we've been doing in the Champions League. Obviously, 0 points.
Mm,
Performances against Casapia, other performances where we win like 1-0, but it really felt like a dogfight, like against Ishtaril and things of sort. Like it just was
yeah,
not. It just has not been a pretty time. It's kind of a bit disjointed, different lineups every week, different formations. Um, so kind of a lot of goofing around, which has been tough, man. It's been very, very, very tough as a fan to follow. But at the same time, one thing that we told each other was, we were a bit spoiled. Like you look at Benfica in the standings right now. I know Sporting still got to play their match, but we're top of the table, and Sporting plays their next. Let's assume they win. They're 3 points ahead, and we're gonna face Sporting very soon.
yeah.
So
Next week.
titles are for grabs. It's completely open. Taça Liga is up for grabs. Taça Portugal. A lot of things up for grabs, and it happens. You have like sometimes a couple of bad matches. Sometimes you have a bad month. Sometimes you have bad 2 months. All that matters is when you go through a rut. If you're still in the running for the majority of your domestic titles, at the end of the day, as soon as things do turn around, which they will, again, a club of Benfica stature will turn around. You
Yeah,
just got to
yeah.
keep up
That's
those
true.
points, man. You just got to keep up those points, and then you're in a good position, right? Um,
I think it's very much in our blood. We always want to win. We always want to be top. But you look around Europe, and every team's got bad days and bad years and stuff. And if we're talking about the big clubs, I don't want to mention names, but you look at Ajax, for example, right? Imagine Sporting Ajax right now. You see your team that was a few years ago were like, battling the Champions League, getting to finals and all that. you're now struggling. You're in a relegation battle. Like, they won last weekend, or they won the last game, so they're out of the relegation battle. But you look at Chelsea, you look at United, you look at teams like Bordeaux and Marseille, like big teams in France. Where are they? I mean, they're still there, but it's just not like Benfica. We're still always fighting for the title. We're almost always in the Champions League. We always have a chance, and it's a different. Look at that. Look at it's just. I mean, I follow Ajax pretty close. Close is not the word, but like
Yeah.
I follow them, and it's just I didn't believe it. Like when I was, watching them. And the thing is, I watched the game. I was playing FIFA. I was watching the game as well. It's just a boring game. Like they won the game, but you got to ask questions like, what's happened to the team? And even the 11. If you see the 11, it's like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Like they got Bergwijn and a couple more players, but the rest just sound like farmers. Like no offense,
No, but it's a crisis, and you have clubs like that where maybe the financial capacity isn't there, and they're in a crisis. But you even look at clubs that spend a ton of money, like Chelsea, and look where they are.
Yeah, exactly.
They're struggling. Bayern Munich got knocked out by a third division side in their domestic cup. Again, things happen. You have hiccups. I think as a fan, it's just very bit of PTSD, where the idea of 0 points in the Champions League, that was a very daggers to the heart. We're hoping coming up soon this week, we'll have a very big match that hopefully means that Benfica gets an opportunity to beat Real Sociedad in Spain, which they're a tough side, man, and they've shown it. But we got to figure it out. It'd be great to get that win, get some points, get something out of Europe, just to kind of ensure that we're not going to end up at zero. But if I'm very honest, I went from flying high at the beginning of the season, with the preseason, how we ended last year, having Di Maria, kind of the way the team was clicking, to right now having almost zero faith in the idea of going to the knockouts of the Champions League. That could change. We can win all three of our games, get some luck. Again, it's not the end of the world, but I'm being a little bit more pragmatic and saying, you know what? Shit run, it is what it is.
Wow.
We can't change it. But hopefully get some points out of Europe, kind of save some face, which is critical for the club. And if we did go knockout, to be amazing. If we go to Europa, sure, that's another option. But as long as we stay in the domestic title race, it's important to come first in the league to win the title, get a good Champions League spot. It'd be great to win some domestic cups. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. But from now until then, this squad has to figure out what it is. What is it? Its identity, in a sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I've blocked out the Champions League already. Not because I don't believe it. It's just like it's not worth my time focusing on something that I don't think is going to happen. Like I was lucky enough to have to be on, both home games against Salzburg. Like shit just happened. It was one of those games that we could have been there all night and we wouldn't have won that game. And the Real Sociedad just outplayed us. Simple as that. We didn't look interested. We won the better team. It's not like we can say, we got unlucky. No, we just didn't look. We didn't look good. You got 3 games now: Sociedad away, Inter at home, and Salzburg away. Can we win all of them? Yeah, but will we? I don't think so. So it's one of those things. If it happens, it's great. It's a great surprise. But I'd rather focus, like you said. Yeah, you know what? I'd love a cheeky run in the Europa League or Europa Cup. Well,
hey, if we get our stuff together, at the end of the day, Benfica. I believe they belong in the Champions League, but at the same time, beggars can't be choosers. And just the idea of winning any European Cup, I don't care what it is, would be amazing. So for now, it's a reality of the day. No point in daunting on it. But the one thing I got to say, because I know fans are a little upset, one thing kind of shame on, I don't know who gets the blame, if it's Schmidt or Rui Costa or a combination of both. But you look at this team and you look at today's lineup and you see they did kind of something similar on the previous match. And I guess this is kind of the identity we're going to try to build right now, because at the end of the day, we're kind of limited on our options. It's basically the concept that, what I'll do is I'll close this off, make it a little bit bigger this way. Here we go. It's a bit more visible there. It's going with 3 in the back. And it's not a choice of saying this is our best formation. In a sense, it kind of is, because we let Grimaldo go. It's a choice. The club made a decision months ago that we weren't going to renew Grimaldo. We knew we weren't going to renew Grimaldo. They had many months during the season to scout an option, figure out his replacement. They had the entire summer preseason. It wasn't like a last-minute transfer out. Like, there was lots of heads notice. And whoever the responsibility was to find a proper fullback failed, clearly, in my opinion. Like, we clearly don't have a proper fullback there on the left side. And then Ba, he was an improving Almeida. I think last year with Grimaldo, Ba did well. He's not the world beater. He's way better than a lot of the other guys we've had. He's kind of somewhere in the middle. He's a good player, but again, no real backup options there. So Ba's out, and here we are. And yeah, it was Grimaldo's choice to leave, but the club knew he wasn't renewing. Like basically, Grimaldo had a demand of salary. The club knew they weren't going to pay it, and he was going to leave. And we didn't really have a
Yeah.
proper backup for him, so they should have been kind of planning that out. It became very clear, and they even announced it in the final month of the season. Kind of the fans gave him I think it was last 3 games of the season where it was pretty much a done deal. He was going to
Yeah.
Germany. So I had time. The club had
I don't.
time. I don't think they found the options, and now we're doing this three in the back idea, which I get why we're doing it. I'm still kind of mixed on it, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'll be honest. I mean, it's funny because you've got, was it Goal Point open? I've got Foot
Yep.
Mob, and I'm looking at the ratings, and like it's pretty much the same. What I realize is that Foot Mob sort of ranks them higher. If that makes sense. Like
Yep.
you've got Jean-F
Across the
7
board,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, you have Jean-F 7.1, and they've got an 8.3. But then
Yeah.
you got, for example, Gedge here is 6.5. There is 5.2. So realistically, they agree with each other, just rated differently. Um, but I don't like the idea of a 3-4-3. It worked today, yes, it did, and I gotta be honest. Chavez did play really deep. Like it was really like they
They,
literally put we managed to put around 20 players, let's give or take, in that last third. Right, it was mental. It was absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, but it is. It was like, what am I? If I wasn't a Benfica fan, I wouldn't watch the game because I was like, this is boring, man. It's just it was like a handball game, when we just pass the ball and it's like, oh, come on, um, I know that it's their game. I'm not blaming them. It's what they do, and I get they're trying to get the point or something, but it's just to football itself. Put like the teams aside, put Benfica aside, but to football itself, it's just disrespectful, man. Like, just like I get it, It's Shavs. They're the weakest team on
yeah,
paper, and
they're
they
near the
have to
bottom of
do
the
it.
table, and they made their tactics.
I get it. But then again, great. It's good that they're bottom of the table because playing like that, like they play a 3-4-3 as well. I don't know if I think it
Yeah,
says there anyway.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, they play the same formation. Let's see that. They
Yeah,
didn't play a 3-4-3, mate.
those four are all defenders on top
It
of the
was
three.
8-2. It was 8-2, mate. It was 8-2. It's like, and to be honest, it was like 8-2 when they got the rebound and got the ball. Like, I'm not trying to insult Shavs. I'm just saying it's boring football. And I think the way we play with a 3-4-3 aids that. It helps that because we have no striker to ping the balls into the box. And they knew that. So all they had to do is to contain that pressure. And that's all they did. And it took a magician, it took a moment of brilliance to break that. Maybe a little bit of luck here and there. That's perfectly fine. Like, but I don't think we had a good game. I don't think this is the answer. But yeah. And the thing is, Boris, what pissed me off as well about that was that Otamendi takes a shot, right? And then the players start clapping him. It's like, you're not a fucking fan. You can shoot too. Like, why are you clapping? Like, well done, good decision.
And it was
Why
also
don't you take that decision?
yeah, but it was also that play. It was actually a pretty neat play, but it's the reality that Otamendi went on the left side, ran with the ball, got the ball through. Then he cuts in for the striker, and then they cross it back for him to get that shot.
Yeah, no. The play's great. Yeah, I just don't.
But the thing is,
I'm not blaming
but that's not an Otamendi. Like to go back, it's great that Otamendi tried it. We don't have any forwards doing what Otamendi did there, which is pressing up the ball, passing it to the guy on the side, cutting into the center to get the ball to get the shot. And it's one of these things where I think this issue of a lack of striker is critically hurting us. So we talked about the fullbacks. That's a critical issue. And if we go back, this was not Casapia's. This was Shav's choice to play defensive like this. When they were down, they started attacking. They started to get some chances.
Yeah.
And I go back to Casapia. They played us. They get the ball. They dribble the ball, and I bemoan the fact that we don't have a striker, but they're cutting through Joãozinho, they'll cut through Tino, they'll cut through Coxu, they'll cut through anyone, João Mario. It doesn't matter who we have on the pitch last month. Guys at Casapia's level are dribbling past our guys, connecting passes, going through our midfield, getting on the wings, getting a ball in, and getting a shot on target. Yeah. And he saw it against the Shadil, and it's just the quality level that they have is not to be disrespectful, but it's not there. They don't have the money, they don't have the backing. and yet we make them look like competitive sides. And it was Shav's choice to sit and park the bus. If they decided to come out and play us, probably would have been tit for tat, and you saw some of that. I don't know. I really hope that they find a connection. I think Schmidt's been trying to rejig a lot of the formation. Um, yeah, and not having a left back exactly. I don't know. I find it's very tough. I think right now it's. I complain about the striker because we don't have one. In reality, we have Cabral, we have these guys, but none of them are actually truly
You see,
scoring at a high level.
I like Musa, man. You asked me
No, I
this.
like Musa, but it's
You
just
asked me this last year, I would say
yeah,
no. I don't like Musa, but like, I think Musa has that touch for. Like, I mean, the guy comes in and scores a goal within like what 5 minutes of being on the pitch, and
yeah.
he's a good placement as well. It's like he still had a lot to do. It wasn't just like tap it in the net. He had to places the bottom corner, a little bit like Darwin Nunes, like that finishing like top bottom corners. Like, I just don't understand why. Last year, when Gonzalo was scoring goals left, right, and center, the games where Gonzalo wasn't scoring, Musa was coming in to help and
And he was
score,
getting goals.
and he was getting goals. So why
But he was doing it.
does
It's funny enough.
someone like
He
Tengsted come in? The
yeah.
guy hasn't done shit, mate. Why Cabral comes in? Okay, cool. We bought this striker. I guess when he spent 20 million, he sort of have to justify it. So you play him. All right. Well, get Musa off the bench. Why is he the third striker now?
No, but it's funny enough when Musa early on this season, again doing this thing off the bench, he's getting a goal. Like he's done well in that sense. But anytime he's gotten the chance to start, it's just the disheartening part is I look at these three strikers. Tang said, you look at Cabral, you look at Musa, and you go to Benfica years past when we had a Jonas and Cardozo. Those guys are beasts. But ignore the beasts. You can't always get a beast. So what was the second stringer? Mitroglou, Lima, Rodrigo. You kind of start going over the lineups of what we've had. The plan A, we had beasts, can't always have them. Plan B, great strikers. Sometimes plan C, good strikers. And if you take any of these three guys and you go back the last decade, they wouldn't be the third stringer. Any of them. They just don't have the
I
quality.
get what you're saying.
And that's the part that kind of I struggle with is I hope one of them
but
clicks, but it's just the quality's not there.
But then again, you got to think about this. Even the our star strikers, like especially Cardozo, they didn't come in and settle down in the first season. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same with Darwin Nunes. Nunes, the first year was a train wreck. Yeah.
But one key thing that, and this is what I like, I don't think Musa should start. I'm not saying that. My key point is, if Musa was coming off the bench last season to score goals and he did just that, why isn't he coming off the bench this season and scoring goals? As an option. I'm not saying he's not because every time we need a goal, he puts Tengsted on. It's like Tengsted hasn't given you that. Tengsted hasn't given you I'm gonna come off the bench and score a goal and give you the win. No, but Musa's done that.
Yeah.
At least 2 or 3 times. So why are you picking? This is why I don't understand about Schmidt. It's proven. It's proven that formula worked last year. Gonzalo plays. Is Gonzalo not scoring? Okay, Musa can come on score a goal. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. Why is it this year we don't have Gonzalo? Unfortunately, fair enough. You start Cabral. Okay, start wherever you want to start. Okay, yeah. But the first option should always be Musa to come off the bench. Why? Because last year when that happened, it was the right decision. So why wouldn't he be this? Is that something we don't know? That's fine. Maybe that's something we don't know. Maybe he's got a knock. Yeah, everyone seems to have a fucking knock. I don't know what they're drinking or doing on the weekends after the games. For me, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Cabral is definitely not worth 20 million, by the way.
Yeah, so I think that's a challenge with Cabral. Cabral is one of those guys that I think he had a great tournament in that conference league. And then domestically in Serie A was okay, not great. Again, I blame more. I don't know. I highly doubted Schmidt pulling the trigger to say, I really want Cabral. I think it's our scouts, and I think Rui Costa's got to look at it and take a look at our scouting division and go, hey, we got to get better. We got to get way better at finding people. Here's a great example. Boris brought up, but Sporting. With this guy here, Gotex. How do you pronounce his name? The Greek guy, or whatever his name is. Giokeres, whatever. Right. But there's a guy. They scouted him. Good on Sporting. The guy's lighting it up. He's a good player. I'd say this much. I would trade our guys for him. It is what it is. Sporting isn't playing overly well either. They're having kind of hot and cold games, kind of like Benfica is. Like all of a sudden they'll do great, they do bad, and it's a weird season. Like Porto's struggling. Obviously, they dropped points this past weekend. Braga, you look at the lineup of talent they had last year, and then they added guys like Ronnie Lopes, and they added more talent, like decent talent on their squad. Like Braga really added some serious firepower, and I thought, these guys are going to give it a hard push, and they're finally having a good game today from the looks of it in terms of scoreline, but they have really struggled quite a bit, and so it's funny. Like the top four in Portugal have been a bit of a an odd season, and it's okay. If we're gonna screw up, it's good that the other guys are screwing up here and there, and it lets us hopefully figure our stuff out. And I still think I look at the talent, I look at the depth, the guys we got, like Di Maria. Like Di Maria has been a saint so far. Like this guy's been amazing. And again, we were kind of overloaded on those attacking type wingers, so we kind of had an issue. We wanted to see Neres playing more. Now, unfortunately, he's got his injury. We'll see how he looks like in 2024.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, I kind of worry that it's like who is the other guy that it's not as severe of an injury, but it's enough to take you out a few months, and then how's he come back? How's rusty is he, right?
I think like for me, he's done. Like that, he's not gonna come back, and like he might be. Like this is a weird way of saying it. Like no, he's gonna come back. I just don't think we're gonna see the Neres I'd hope I'd see at Benfica. Like we saw glimpses of it every now and then, but like he's so much better than what he should have Benfica. It's quite frustrating.
Well, he's had great games. There's games that he looks amazing.
No, but the thing is, he's better. That's the issue.
He could be better.
He's good, but he's better, Mario. Like the guy is a lot better than what he's proven at Benfica. And I was hoping that this season would be the season.
The breakout year, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he comes, but now with the injury, and he's out for like what 3 months or something like that, 2.5 months.
Yeah. So it's I don't know if it's January or February. I don't know if it's January or February that the estimated date is. So this is where the Taça Liga is important. Taça Portugal. It's you continue to stay in these tournaments. We got options, and so once Neres is ready, hopefully it's Taça Liga time, maybe semifinal or final of that. We got Taça Portugal. He gets some minutes. Get some minutes in those games, so that way he can work his way back in, right?
Yeah, I mean, was he 26? So that's time, I guess.
He's still good age.
I always feel like he's a bit older than that. I don't know why. When I talk about him,
he broke out young.
Yeah, that's why. I always feel like I'm talking about like a 29, 28-year-old. And then I always think, well, he's 26, man. He's still got time. No, I take it back. Sorry, I take it back, yeah. He could still maybe potentially, if he comes back maybe like January, has a good end of season, stays with us pre-season, and then maybe next year Neres is the Neres I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, check that out. That's use the Football Manager. But sometimes I wonder what Benfica's doing with their signing strategies. Also, you said a 26-year-old. Another guy that's 26-year-old that feels like it's been around forever is Renat Sanch. That guy. And so again, there's lots of time. I think he can come back and do something. I think we have, again, when I go through the list of players, like even if we look at today, when Joel Mari was clicking last year, he was a beast. He's kind of not at his level as he was last year, and it might have been just an anomaly because what he did last year, he's never done in his career. Rafa is cold right now, but if Rafa wakes up, he could do well. Obviously, Di Maria, there's no debate there. João Neves has been an amazing kid. I think he's doing so good. Antonio Silva is kind of reminding me. Remember Ruben Diaz, how he showed up, lit it up, and then he kind of sucked the following year, and it was Ferro. Ferro was the bigger striker. Not striker, the bigger defender, right? Yeah. And then so I feel like Antonio Silva is having that like the second year hump kind of thing where he lit it up last year, and now it's like, can he re-deliver for it? And he's okay. He's doing all right, but it just doesn't seem as exciting as it was.
Oh shit! Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay.
I see bright colors. I clicked them.
It's shiny object.
I was like, it's a bright color. No, but I get. Sorry.
I'm with you, Boris, man. I was so stoked for Europe because we went to the quarterfinals back-to-back years. I looked at this group draw. I admit that I'm arrogant, and I saw the group stage draw and said, you know what? You could have had way worse groups. This was a half-decent group, a respectable group, and you know what? Maybe we can get first place. It's going to be tough, but we can get first place, and let's try to go for another deep run. And all the talent we talked about, he kind of got excited, and it's very heartbreaking to.
I wonder if that stage. First game just destroys your confidence. Like again, I don't want to try and find excuses but you always try and find a reasoning for what happened.
Why?
Why, right? And I remember we were so hyped. We played good football. We were playing 10 men, and we looked better. Like I'm sure parents told you about that too. I don't know, man. It's just it didn't feel like we were playing against. We were playing with 10 men, and I feel like that's the breaking point, because if you're able to beat Salzburg at home against 10 men, or sorry, with 10 men,
Oh,
maybe we
you
look
would
better in
be,
the Champions League. Well, we would, because we'd have 3 points. But I'm
yeah,
just saying,
but
like,
it would have fired up the team. And then you had the Portimonense game, whatever, and then you have Port, and we beat Port. And I'll be honest, anytime we beat them, they're one of your primary rivals. It felt good. You're like, you know what, this could be decent. You kind of start regaining your confidence. Then an Inter match was a train wreck. Like we lost 1-0, and I think it's a very flattering scoreline. That's the reality. We
yeah,
got
yeah.
dominated that match, and it just shattered my confidence. Like, holy cow, that's brutal. And then we looked really rough against Estoril. Then yeah, we played Lusitania, but it was only like that should have been a. I think that match was more competitive than it needed to be initially, and then eventually we did steamroll them, but it didn't feel as one sided as it should have. And then Real Sociedad was another heartbreak. Then Casapia, and then finally we got an okay result against Oroca. But again, there's just moments where you weren't feeling as hyped. So we'll see. Maybe we get the win against Real Sociedad. Sporting is critical now. Like at the end of the day, my mind is just it's like more domestic as much as it shouldn't be. It's just that I kind of look at the reality of the situation. I think it's train wreck for Europe for us, and I think if we can turn the season around and build upon something else, that's the hope, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly that. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize we play Wednesday. I thought we played Tuesday, but we play Wednesday.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
a
like
yeah
football.
Wednesday, and it's lunchtime game for me, 12:45. So it's the early game.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I'm off that day, right? And I
Yeah,
was asking, why did I give myself Wednesday off? And now I just realized,
yeah. I
oh, they're
feel
putting
Boris.
Napoli at the same time. Oh,
That
I
that's
hate
that's a
so much.
brutal idea, but I'll be heartbroken, man. I think the
Let me just
reality
get
is,
a tissue, man. One sec.
yeah, if we get 0 points, I think this club has to do some soul searching with Schmidt. I think at the time I didn't feel as strongly about it, but Luis felt quite strongly about it last year when we renewed Schmidt. Um, without the season being done, and we kind of fell off at that point in the season. Maybe it was a mistake. I'm not saying we shouldn't have renewed him, but and I think it falls. I agree with you, Boris. I think more falls on Rui Costa because again, you look at we didn't need to sell Gonzalo Ramos. Part of the issue with Grimaldo and Gonzalo Ramos was salary, and we gave Schmidt a very fat salary. We gave him a renewal. We gave Schmidt a bigger salary than we're willing to give Gonzalo Ramos or Grimaldo. And those guys are the guys getting the results on the field. We had the money. We're flush with cash. And we decided not to offer it. We let Grimaldo walk free, and it looked like Gonzalo Ramos wasn't going to renew. But we could have kept him. We didn't have to loan him out. It was a really, I think the fear was that maybe we'd have him go on a free, but you had an entire season to hash that out. And then letting him go the way we did with cash in the bank, we could have done better on the scouting side. Like I don't know. I just kind of look at it. I think there is some serious questions, but I don't think that it's fair to attack Schmidt and Rui Costa harshly today. I know they get some blame, but I let a bit more time play out. If we get 0 points in the Champions League, then they should get
Well,
some
there's
serious
there's
issues.
always. I'm pretty sure. I mean, at the beginning of the season, you set up some targets and
Yeah,
some minimum achievements, some average and some excellent. So I'm pretty sure that getting some points in the Champions League and having a good run was a minimum achievement. So
yeah,
that's something that if it does happen, Ricosta has to turn around to him and say, "Well, he failed that." Like
yeah.
I'm not saying sack him. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
No,
like
but you got to do some account. You got
this.
to
Yeah.
do a game plan, and part of it could be they spend a little bit of time over the next few weeks, next few months, as they kind of go through this phase. If they get a few points in Europe but get knocked out of Europe, at least save some face there, stay competitive in the league. Look at the January window and go, okay, you know what? You are a manager. We renewed it. It looks like you're finding your footing. What parts do we need to go out and sign? Because we do have cash in the bank, so we can go hit the January market if we want to, and see if we can salvage something this season to get the fans more excited. But Rui Costa will have a severe problem that if we comes January, let's say we have 0 points, or let's say we only have 1 point or 3 points, like let's say we're last in the group. We get some points, we're last in the Champions League group, and we'll consider an easier group. And let's say we don't do well in the Liga from now until January, and we're not sitting top position. Rui Costa has a serious problem where do I give this manager more money in the transfer market, or do I start thinking ahead, saying if he can't salvage this season, I better keep the money in the bank for the next guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'll be an expensive termination clause because the way we renewed him. So I really hope we turn it around. I think the
It's
fans.
really
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I was just thinking out loud, to be honest. But like, it's hard for me because I'm very much that person that says you got to give the manager some time, right?
Yeah,
Obviously, watching the EPL, you see all these managers out within like 5 months, 4 months. They barely have time to
it's
even,
brutal, absolutely brutal.
you
Yeah,
know. So I always want to back the manager and say, look, sometimes you need some time. Uh, you got to remember, Smith came in and changed the entire identity of Benfica. We looked aggressive. We looked like dogs that were hungry for food, and we were going out every game like just, And then gradually that starts disappearing. I don't know if it was a honeymoon period. I don't know if every player, I watched a video yesterday of us beating Maccabi 6-1, and then at the end of the game, everybody's like waiting to see if that was enough to qualify first place. And then they get told yes, and everybody celebrates it
oh,
and
the
stuff,
hype was nuts. It was different last year.
right?
It was so
And I,
exciting.
I just look back and go, like, okay, we're missing two players. Fair enough. We're missing Grimaldo, which had been in Benfica forever. I don't know exactly when he joined, but I know it's been like pretty much forever. And then you
Yeah,
had Gonzalo Ramos, that was also forever, not in the 18, but for the club. Yes, they both
and the
have
other
gone.
and the other guy Enzo lit it up the entire first half of that season. And
I
after that
guess,
window,
yeah,
you
yeah,
kind of look first half season versus second half season. There was a drop off, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
we
no, of course, yeah.
so I
But I,
think the
but I
I think
think it's more here though. I feel like last even after when Enzo left, I feel like on the pitch there was a drop off, but here there wasn't a drop off. Like they were still motivated. They were still like, I know what the game plan is, and we're gonna do it with or without you. And we failed sometimes against Porto,
that happened. Yeah,
you know, but we still had that like idea. The idea didn't
yeah,
change. We weren't performing well, but here we had the idea. Today it seems like it's the other way around. There's no idea. There's no mentality. There's no like we play 3-4-3 today, okay, and it feels like realistically, next week we might be playing a 4-3-3. We don't
yeah.
know yet. There's not like we found a formula, and this is what we're gonna go with, no matter how it goes. That's what we did last year. Now it's now what, November? You're going into Christmas. Well, I don't like saying that, but we're
Yeah,
going into
we're a month
Christmas,
away. Yeah, a
and we
month away
still
from
haven't got
Christmas.
an idea of what the formation we
What's the
play,
formation? Who's
who's
our
a
starters?
striker, who's our left back. Yeah, who's our start. Like realistically, about Otamendi, Trubin, Antonio, obviously, but then again, you got Morata now as well. You know,
Yeah,
who's our midfield? Does Tino start? Does João Neves? Like sometimes,
Coxu,
yeah, but
Shalmanu.
Coxu is not fit. So
Yeah,
are we
exactly. No, yeah, right. Yeah,
are we playing 3-4-3 only because those players are injured? Is Tino only there because Coxu is injured? Which I'm saying, like, all these questions arise because we don't know. And I think if we don't know, the players don't know either. The players are like, you know what? I get put on the pitch and I play. Simple as that, which is fine. But you got to have an idea.
well, it's a game plan. The one guy I feel bad for the most is Arsens. You're a fullback today. You're a defensive mid today.
Bro,
You're a left winger today. You're a right back today. You're an attacking mid today. You're a center back today. I mean, the
just
guy has played beginning from the beginning of this season to today. The amount of different positions he's been put in, and it isn't. He's good. He's not great. He's not horrible, but he's not the best either. But it kind of goes to I don't have confidence in my right back, so I'm putting Ashras there. I don't have confidence in my left back. I'm putting
yeah,
him there. I don't have confidence to have another winger on the bench, so he's going to be the full back today, or the left winger today, or attacking mid. And I think if I'm a player, I would get a little annoyed. Like, my God, okay, I'm at this club sitting on the bench. I'm not getting minutes. Or finally I get some minutes, and then next week I'm dropped. Or we went training, and we're training for a 4-3-3 formation for the past while. Then we did the 4-4-2 one week, and then we did the now we're doing the 3-4-3 kind of idea with no striker. Again, it's you go. What are we trying today, Coach? Like next training session. Like, I
yeah,
wonder what's going on there, and
exactly, yeah. And I
I
think as well, like, when Enzo left and we lost obviously a big piece in the midfield,
yeah,
and we said like we were pissed off and stuff. Then Ricosta comes up, says what happened, and we sort of like we understand it, and we say, "Fuck, we didn't have any time to find a replacement." Well, you had time to find a replacement for Gonzalo and Grimaldo because you knew as
yeah,
soon as you offer somebody a contract and it doesn't renew, you offer another one. The third time you offer that contract and you're not meeting the requirements, you sort of understand, you know what? Nah, he's not going to sign. That's fine. Cool. Let's get a replacement, right? Whether it's 6 months before or 8 months before, whatever it is. With Gonçalo, you knew as well. Even Costa came out and said, we knew we'd have to sell Gonçalo or sell 3. So if you knew you're going to sell Gonçalo, find a replacement.
Yeah.
Now, they can say, we did. We got
Cabral.
Jurisic.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
We got Jurisic and we got Cabral. Okay.
We
Why are you
got
not playing?
one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like, okay, because so if you got replacements, then you fucked up because you're not playing. So, Grimaldo was a starter no matter what. And Gonçalo was like a 95% a starter. Cabral is not 95% a starter, right? He didn't start today, he didn't start the last game. And Jurisic is nowhere to be seen. So basically, you didn't replace them. You didn't, so you didn't do shit.
Like, the only 2 guys we signed that have so far, without debate, slotted their spots were Coxu and Di Maria. Those are guys that, okay, they're playing. They're decent enough signings. They're going to players. They can start. And I love Di Maria. I'm so glad he's back. I'm liking Coxu. I am liking him, but I would say in his position we have so many options. So it's a good player, but it's again, I look at what we're missing: a critical striker, we're missing a left back as a critical position. Again, Cox is decent signing. It wasn't that we needed him. Turban, actually, that's a good shout, Zach. And Turban's a guy. I'll be honest with him. I'm liking him better than Odie. I am liking him. I think again, he's a green guy. He was thrown right into the fire, right? Baptized by fire, because the way that things went, Odie threw his fit, and again, he wasn't right for the club. He had been here long enough and hadn't developed. I think Turban could develop to a decent guy, and he's had some amazing saves, some amazing penalty saves, but he's also had some frunge. So yeah, I don't know. It's a, and then yeah, that's such a Ristic. I don't.
I never understood that. I actually liked Ristic, and you know how I am with players. Like I'm always, they always people like, oh, Lewis never likes any new signings. No, actually, I honestly thought he reminded me of Eliseu a lot. He had a powerful left foot, and he just didn't really. He wasn't really scared of anyone. He'd tackle you like you're no one. Like, what happened there? I feel like that was something that was said. There was something that Smith didn't like. He did, like, this is from, I wouldn't say newspapers, but like from close people, like people that I know. Like, basically, I know a girl that I think was enrolada with Ristic, right? Okay. And I think he was a party boy. He like partying. All right, cool. All right, that's fine. Well, the guy wasn't even given a chance. So he's probably like, you know what? If I'm not playing, I'm going to make the most out of my life. I'm just going to go out. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not getting started. I'm not even going to get subbed in. So, I don't know, man. Like, I just find it weird that we buy these players, we barely give them the chance, and then we go, yeah, bugger off. Like, he didn't give the guy a chance. Same with him is a bit different. What's his name? The Bacalhau brother. The Bacalhau brother.
Oh, yeah.
That one's a bit different.
Yeah, is that was talking trash, and it was his. It would have been nice to have him now. Here's the thing: there's some guys that were like, look at Marat. Marat was like petrified. Well, if I'm not going to be your main starter, sell me now. The club resisted that. They fought that one. They pretty much anyone that didn't want to beat Grimaldo out. Odie, oh, you're not happy out. Ristic, you're not getting along out. Anyone that bitched and moaned out. Yeah. Marat's one that's like, I got to deal with Fulham, and Rui Costa said no. That's the one guy who said no. And then given everything, how everything's played out, and now we're doing this this current setup with 3 in the back.
Yeah.
It's damn good we kept him. That was one guy I thought he was going to be gone. I'm glad we kept him, and now he's getting minutes, so maybe that worked out. And maybe this whole identity will work out, because Marat was decent, and Tony Silva's decent, Ottomani's decent. We just got to get used to playing without fullbacks, which is a very odd feeling. And I think once Ba's healthy, you're going to want to play him. And then I think you then start running into some.
But that's another thing as well. Ba got injured last season for a very long period of time. Yeah. So realistically, you don't have to be like I mean, especially if you're a medic. Yeah, I'm a no one. And realistically, I would think straight away. I should maybe get a right back, because this guy was injured for a long time. So he's got a bit of a. We
should have plan B. Who's plan B?
We should maybe think about a plan B. And this is me, by the way. This is a guy that makes serves coffee for a living, right? Not a medic. We didn't. So now we have no bar, so we haven't got a right back, realistically, because you
Yeah.
know, Austrich. We don't have a left back because he doesn't like Eurosage. Austrich. I'm now on that boat too, by the way. I fucking love him now. I'm on that boat.
I will say the guy. I think he scored today, and I look at his.
Okay, go, sorry.
Yeah, I get it. But like at the same time, I look at the what is being put on his shoulders. And it's like, oh fuck, Gramalo's gone. Auschwitz, do you mind like doing what Gramalo did? And oh fuck, we got an issue up front. Can you go up on the winger? Like, I think he's doing the best he can with what he's being given, and I think he's the best utilitarian player I've seen in ages. Like Almeida was a little bit like that. Ruben Amorim was a little bit like that. We haven't had too many players, like I think in the last 20 years that were that, fucking plan B, shit went sideways, just pull that guy off the bench, put him in net. It's like literally, if something happened and let's say we had all our subs used and Thurin got a red card or got injured, I guarantee the gloves would give it to Auschwitz. And it's like,
hey, let's go. You know what? I'd love that. You know, because I'm like, fuck it. Do it for the meme. Do it for the meme, bro.
Yeah, do it for everything. He's the guy's played all the positions.
Do it for the Vine.
He's got a bingo card with every single position at the club, and he says he hasn't ticked off keeper.
Joe, you know what's funny? On FIFA, they give him an inform, right? A team of the week. So every week you have like a team of the week, and then if you've done well that week, you get a special card. I have that special card, right? I bought him, and he's decent. He plays CM, but he can also play LM and right back. And I'm like, where's the left back?
He's played more left back than the other positions. That's hilarious.
Like, what? The guy can play right back.
Yeah.
CM, center midfielder. A left midfielder. You should be able to play left back too. I think the FIFA just thought, there's no way. Like, come on, we can't.
FIFA's got a restriction. They can only pick 3. Like, he's broken their system. They're like,
no idea,
they got some text at EA saying, oh, we got a player that plays every position. Like, what do you mean? That's not possible. It's like, man, Alan Portugal, I don't understand what's going on, but this guy plays any position.
Is like last 10 games, the heat map. The guy's been fucking everywhere. Yeah. We don't know what to put in, boss. What do we do? What do you mean? He's playing everywhere, man.
He plays everywhere. It's like, and it's funny. I look at he plays with Haaland, right? And I watched I forgot what match it was. I don't know if it was against Spain.
Hey, but he got a team of the week for that game.
But he was playing like as the guy behind Haaland, like the attacking mid.
Yeah, he plays on the formation. He was playing CM or midfielder.
Yeah, but like. Again, it's one of those guys where it's like a manager looks at it, it's like, oh, we need a player for some position. I'm not too sure. We got a couple of gaps. Sign Auschwitz. He's got something in there. But I'll be honest. The guy gets a lot of ribbing, I think, because of it, but it's not his choice, man. The manager's putting him in those positions, and I think he's doing decently well. We all wish we had a better fullback other positions. I kind of feel bad. How are you looking?
Quickly, congratulations to Fluminense. They just won the Copa Libertadores against Boca Juniors.
Yeah, Zach was saying that they were playing a bit ago.
Yeah. I'm getting bombarded because I have. I don't know. People think I follow Boca Juniors because I always play with them on FIFA. And I was like, brother, I don't give a shit about Boca Juniors, man. Like, what's going on?
And like Aymar and the other guys there. No, they're Aymar's River, isn't he?
Yeah. No, people. Look, so this is what I was trying to get up. Can I show you this? I think I can. This is his card. Look, I don't know if it's going to focus.
Focus.
Let me put my hand behind it. One sec.
There we go. The hand, I don't. Oh, yeah, it started working. You know what? Let me make it bigger. Let me do this. Say it to keep it like that. Keep it like that.
Yeah, sure, man.
Just hold it like that. Look at that. I don't know. I'll see him. There we go.
Yeah.
That's his Norway card.
I'm tired after that. 50 push-ups, by the way. My arms are aching. But no, it was fun. And he's not the only one, but the game was on BBC 3, Lewis. Was it? I didn't even know. Yeah, I fell in love with Fort Mob. The other day, I was just like, I always use live score, right?
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, you should download this app. And I tell you what, you can like follow players. Like you can pin the player. And whenever their team plays, it doesn't really care about the team, just the player.
That's hilarious.
I got João Felix. And I got, João Felix, the rating, the assist, everything that he does for Barcelona. But Barcelona doesn't mean shit, just Felix. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. It's really nice. And it runs really smoothly on my PC. So, sorry, go on. Fluminense. Marcelo, congratulations to Marcelo. That's another trophy. He's not got what 5 Champions Leagues in the Copa Libertadores, man. Mad things.
Yeah.
You know, the left back for Madrid, Marcelo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays in Fluminense now. He's there. So
That guy's a legend. That guy was
it is. I'm
that guy
happy for
was.
him. I love the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Come to Benfica. You know, it's hashtag come to Benfica. Not
bring
best.
him back.
Hey, you know what we were talking about left backs and stuff like that. I never understand how we don't contact like Mario Rui, for example.
Yeah.
You know, there was a talk about a Guerreiro. I know Guerreiro's now gone to Bayern Munich, so I'm guessing he might have not come to
the pricing.
Benfica.
I think over the money. Yeah.
I guess Mario Rui is at
he used to be at Napoli. Where'd he go? Yeah.
You know, so I understand. You got Nelson Semedo, which barely plays for Wolverhampton. Now I think he's playing more this season, but last season he barely played. There are options. It just feels like we're always trying to be reserved in terms of spending money, and then we go and spend 20 million on Arturo Cabral. Like, you telling me that are you telling me that if you went to Wolverhampton and gave 15 million for Nelson Smith, they wouldn't give it to you? They would. 15 million. 20 million for Mario Rui. Is it an investment? No. That's a shit investment. Better than Cabral, though. Like, you're never gonna make money on him. As
terrible as it sounds, is like you take 20 million and you go to Argentina or Brazil and sign 3 guys at 7.5 million each, and you're gonna probably get a decent guy out of it, right? And
you're never gonna make money on Cabral. You probably would never make money on Nelson Smith again or Mario Rui. I understand that, but we would have had.
They slot him
in. We would have. You know what I'm saying? Mario Rui is a Benfiquista, regardless. But I'm just saying, Mario Rui is a Benfiquista.
Look at this shout out, Luca. I would have taken
Luca Boschmidt. Remember him? Fuck.
Yeah, that was decent. But I feel we'll see. We got some time. I think how we're all going to be feeling. Obviously, hopefully, we get some results against Real Sociedad. You know, that's just hoping. And it's going to sound so horrible if we don't. I'm going to still be depressed at the idea of 0 points. So that depression will continue until that. I just want that popped. I want us to get at least a point. Hopefully, get a win. But the big show really is next week. It's Sunday. It's against Sporting. Sporting's been kind of hot and cold themselves a little bit. Again, they've had some great games. They have some poor games. But when you look at like Benfica and Sporting, it is a difference. Like Porto this year has fallen off. They're struggling. Like they've only scored 13 goals. Benfica scored 21. Sporting scored 19. It's crazy. We scored 21 goals in our Liga without a striker. Like it's all Di Maria's. It's crazy.
Look.
That's nuts.
Look.
Oh yeah, that was with you. But like it's good, and Sporting's winning their matches. They're doing well at the end of the day. So it is going to be, I think, a very interesting tie. I'm very excited, and
I'm jealous, man.
But I think if we get get a couple, man, if we got some points in Europe and we beat Sporting, the level of excitement at this club will go up because we're like, we popped that cherry, the European one. It's not a great season, but at least we kind of saved some face, and we're the top club in Portugal. But it does feel precarious because it feels like if Sporting wins this weekend, they're at 28 points. If we lose them next weekend, it's a 6-point gap, and it starts getting harder to catch up. It's not impossible. You could easily catch up. Sporting are notorious for being what they call the Christmas champions, being first in the league.
You know what? I said right now, if we beat Sporting, I put my Christmas tree up. I don't care, bro. Like.
That'll be perfect. Actually. Yeah, there we go.
If we beat Sporting on the same day, I'll put my Christmas. It's like, it's starting to look a lot like Christmas.
But it's exciting.
Hey, this. I'm gonna be crying in a week. 0 points in Europa and like fucking a hat trick for Gio. Yeah. I'm so jealous they got that guy, man.
That guy's killing it. That guy is killing. He's such a great signing.
By far the best striker this season. In well, it's easy to be honest. Benfica hasn't got one, and
Porto's got
missing
nothing.
penalties. Porto's missing penalties. Did you see that penalty?
Yeah,
like mate, like come on.
Free kick by Estadildo. Woo.
You know what's my mom? I don't care, man. I'll show you this. So my mom messaged me with a free kick, right? Ooh.
Okay. Wait. Silence. Get the raid out. Let's go. Let's kill some of the spray out of here. There we go. There we go. Let one rip, man. That's how I'm feeling about Benfica.
Look. My mom messaged me. And she said,
I'll make this figure.
look. She said, "Oh, show the studio," and then I was like, "Lol, yeah, me too." Then, okay, I knew it, and then this is a free kick, yeah. I was like, "It's now outside of the area," and I said, "Leave the Di Maria, right?" And I was like, "Cashville," and then she's like, "Goal," and then it's me. Mate, and then she rang me after the game. I was like, "You see that free kick from Di Maria? He came in, mate. It was a sick free kick, by the way."
Yeah. Just to answer Zach's question, if Sporting wins the league, he's done. He's out. If they come second place, I think he could be done. Also depends what he does in Europa. Like if he does deep run in Europa.
Where's he going though?
I think there's clubs that I think he's been at Sporting for a long time. I don't know exactly where he'd go, but I think he's been at Sporting for a long time. There's been a lot of buzz about him here and there. About like there's always some excitement about some of the guys coming out of Portugal for managers, right? Yeah. Again, it depends. If he drops out, if all of a sudden he has a shitty Europa, like when they go to knockouts, they get a shitty matchup, lose right away. They do shit in the league, then he lives where he lives. It's tough, man. It's tough. Bring him home. I can't say us getting him just because I think he has to run his contract. I don't think we're ever gonna sell him. I've seen these rumors a lot with United. Again, United is a train wreck. I think he'd go to United just because United can't hire any top manager anymore. And if they do, it's like under false impressions. Mourinho was the last top guy they had, and they screwed that up, and it's all been downhill from there for United.
They did win today, though, right? Yeah, they did. Yeah, Bruno got a late goal there. Good goal,
but I think their team's in shambles. It's like kind of again. This goes back to appreciating what we have. As much as we're complaining about our club right now, there's I think more positive things happening at Benfica in terms of what we can work with and we can build upon than there are in a lot of clubs in Europe. And so I'm gonna stay optimistic, man. I think Ruben Amorim, if he goes to a mid-table type team somewhere, does well, and then comes to Benfica, great. But I can't see him directly from Sporting.
No. I can see like you said, in a few years maybe he goes somewhere, he does well here or there, then he has a bad spell somewhere, and then okay, cool, we'll grab you now.
Let's say
revert to George Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He goes to like Atletico, or he goes somewhere else in Europe. Does half decent, not great, and then comes back. I don't know. We'll see. It's always the biggest issue is the money. I think the money gap is just stupid what people are willing to pay. Like, even if you went to like Atletico, I think the money they'll pay will probably be more than Benfica's willing to pay, just because their spending capacity is been nuts. And that's reality. Do you want to jump into Shadista match, play the match, all that fun jazz?
Give me that Shadista, Marty. Go on.
There we go.
I was looking, I was looking at, we got the Charisse on the right, in the middle. We got this like formation thing, like
moving.
I thought, do you reckon that's how Smith chooses on Friday night? He goes into randomizer.
The wheel. It's like different formations, right, and he's spin it.
This weekend we'll go. Fuck me, 3-4-3. That's a bit harsh.
Right.
Until we lose, we're playing 3-4-3. And then as soon as we lose, he goes, "Oh, exciting times, guys. We get to change." 5-3-2. Okay.
There we go. Let's go. And who's coming off the bench?
Yeah.
I was just playing. Yeah. It's like position spin. He said there, come on, keeper. 2 minutes out for your position. Oh, man, that'd be hilarious.
Who's got money on keeper?
Who's got money on keeper?
Oh, we should do what's it called?
A meme or a video or something. Or a video. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I like that, man. I like that. That's hilarious.
That's sick.
All right, let's start. Actually, speaking of Shadis, I'll start with that. Maybe is that okay?
Yeah, go, man. Go, Shadis.
My Shadis is going to be. I'm going to give it to actually Rafa, just because I've kind of again these guys are sitting back. He's kind of the pacier guy. He's supposed to be better with the ball. He kind of struggled. He lost the ball quite a bit. Some rough passes, and again, there's a couple of other guys going to give it to, but personally for
Yeah.
me, Rafa was a guy that I don't know, especially where we're desperately dying for goals, we're dying for results, and he's just nowhere near his top of the game. And this classic Rafa. He's great for a few games, and then he'll disappear for a few games, and sometimes he's great for a few months, and he disappears for a few months, right? So he's in a
Yeah.
vanishing mode. So he gets it from me. And I got Aussie agreement here. Boom.
For, I fully agree with Rafa. To be a little bit
Yep.
different though, I'll
Yep.
give you 2 goal Salgage. I know he's been injured. I know it might be a little bit harsh, but it's still the same, bro. You're still up front. He was on the right, then he swapped to the left, but his touch was appalling.
Yep.
He didn't seem to be able to just read any. Like he tried to pass the ball to Di Maria a couple of times and failed. It just didn't look good, and obviously came off at half time. And I think if he didn't come off at half time, we would have just seen more of the same, man. It wasn't clicking. He just didn't click. I hope it clicks soon because I know he can bring a lot to this team, a lot. But yeah, he's taking his time, man. He's taking his time. And yeah, a small shout out to Jean Mario. Like it wasn't that great either.
Yeah. I think obviously Almeida is always the king of shorties. The award was named after
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Hey,
And
he's on a wall now. He's on a wall.
he's on the wall. He's famous, man.
He's famous, man.
Which
The
is
Sharice on the wall.
hilarious. Which is hilarious, personally, but whatever. Do you want to go play? You go. Play the match. What was your play the match?
Play
Yeah.
has to be the first goal, man. Like the
Yeah.
way that the kid John Ebs playing out of position, he's given his position. He's not been a prolific one-on-one guy or player, but mate, he just showed up. 1-2, you think the ball's gonna go off, but no, he just gets there in time. And then realistically, that's his goal. In my opinion, that's John Evans' goal. That's not Ausnes or Artur Cabral, because realistically, there you just have to tap it in. And whether it's Artur taps in with his butt, because it just always falls down. And if it's Ausnes' goal, it's fun. I don't know if you've seen this. He shoots it with his right, but he doesn't even put it in with his right. He puts it with his left because the ball bounces off his right foot, hits his left foot, and it goes in. Honestly, watch the highlight. It's like what a shambles.
Talent.
Right. You can't do
Trick
that.
shot.
You don't do that in school,
Yeah.
That's not a notebook,
Hey, that's why he gets player position, man. Not everyone can do that kind of shit.
Mate, that's not in the notebook, mate. No,
Yeah.
they don't teach you those things. But yeah, for me, Nev, that play, is my play of the match. What's yours?
I also agree, but in the spirit of trying to also do something slightly different, then I agree with that play. The non-existent goal that happened with Musa, I thought it was a nice play. I thought it was a legitimate goal. It did get me some excitement going to your point. Bring that guy off the bench, all of a sudden, boop, there's a goal. And it got called back. It is what it is. I'm not complaining about the call back. I felt a certain level of excitement seeing it because I've been we're all watching the match. We're all kind of like feeling a bit disenchanted a bit, and you just want to have a striker there, right?
Yeah.
So that got me jump off a little bit. They got the rulers out, right?
Is that what it was? I didn't see that.
I didn't actually look at the thing. One thing before we go to play the match, one thing we didn't chat about, which we kind of debated a little bit in our little private chat, was during the match, was the flick of the hand on João Mario for the
slap. Yeah,
not João Mario for Neves.
On Neves, yeah, the penalty. Yeah.
So I'll say this: you put your hand out, you hit a player, it's a foul. That's a reality, and it was called. So it was a legitimate call. The thing I didn't like, which is just me bitching and moaning for the sake of bitching and moaning, and also because I have been a little bit more in a sour mood lately when watching Benfica, is many times the guy puts his hand out and it touches someone's face. Like it didn't look intentional. The guy had the ball, his ball. He turns around, puts his hand out, lightly touches him. Guy falls. That happens so many times, week in, week out. Doesn't get called, and sometimes it gets called. Gets called to the extent where Taraf got a red card. So it's one of those calls. I remember Taraf a couple of years ago. He put his hand out and hit a guy
3 times in one season.
Yeah, and he was out. And it's again, we bitched when Taraf got that foul and that card. At the same time, it's a call that does get called. It's the league's inconsistency of it. And regardless, we won the match with or without that penalty, right? I think that was
I think
That's the
for
important thing.
me, and this is why like people get at me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
When Tarap got them yellows, right,
Yeah.
and he got those, I never bitch. It's the fucking rules. I love Tarap. The streets will never forget.
But the joke, he flailed his arms. Keep your arms down.
Yeah,
You don't need to
we
do
kept
that.
saying like, keep your
Unnecessary.
fucking arms
Yeah.
down, bro, because you're gonna get these stupid yellows, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to progress the game because you keep giving away those fouls.
Yeah.
Now, my point here, and I want this to be clear, this is only my point. We go back to something that happened with Musa, right? Musa got a red card for playing the ball against Port.
Yeah.
I think we can both agree, me and you, that's a straight red. That is a red. It's an unfortunate red, but it's a red.
He got it.
And
He got it.
why exactly? Why is it a red? Because he got his leg. Regardless of the fact that he played only ball, he went for the ball. He didn't go for the leg. The foot bounces off the ball. Bosh gets his leg. Could have broken his leg. It's aggressive. It's
Aggressive. Yeah.
violent conduct. Violent conduct. Fine, you get a red. A slap in the face. You're not playing the ball. Whether it's an accident,
I still don't view it as. I view it as the guy had the ball turned around.
I know it's an accident.
He flicked his ear lightly, and Joe Neves went down.
He slaps him.
I felt it wasn't that hard.
I feel like he got because Joe Neves doesn't dive like that. Joe Neves barely ever dives.
I think Joe Neves was already. He got beat around the ball, and he got him. And I know
Rafa
Joe Neves
as well.
doesn't.
Rafa
yeah,
as well.
I know he doesn't dive. It's one of those things where on the initial look, and also for me, when they did the VAR, my friggin' feed froze. So I never saw the VAR, I never saw the replay, so I just saw the kind of in the moment kind of call. That's it.
I honestly, I didn't realize he was inside the box. The first thing I said was red card. I don't care if he's inside the box. I don't care if he's outside the box. I don't care if he's in Brazil. That's a red because you're not playing the ball. You're trying to get off.
I don't think he was trying to get the player. I really look at it. I think that was very much accidental.
I know. I'm not saying that he's trying to. All I'm saying is, if you're in front of me and you're trying to like rub me off, because obviously I'm trying. If you do that, that's a red.
Yeah.
So that's a red too because he's trying. I know he's not trying to slap him. He's not. He's trying to get off. He's trying to.
I think he had the ball turned around. He was just. He had his arm. He was out. He had the ball.
Yeah. He doesn't mean it. He doesn't even think.
Yes, that's why I kind of looked at it. It felt harsh. That's all.
My point is, Musa did not mean to break someone's leg.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair.
But the thing is, I got another point on that. Yeah. Musa didn't mean, but Musa was playing the ball.
He was trying for the ball. Yeah.
This guy wasn't playing no ball because his arms don't play the ball. So realistically, you're not playing the ball. And for me, the penalty is just because it's inside the box. You're not playing the ball. You're trying to shuck someone off. That's fine. If you don't touch him,
I honestly don't even think he was trying to get Joel Neves. I think he was just literally turning around and like, you know how you like start losing your balance as you're running. I honestly thought it was just I thought it felt like
pressure on him, like he always does. He's trying like
and Neves, to his credit, and I guess maybe this segues to the player of the match, has such hustle. So many players would all of a sudden lose the ball, and Rafa, other guys would go, lost the ball. And it is what it is, or they stop. Joao Neves like, I want that back. He's like a dog after a bone. He right away went at him. And there's a lot of guys that stay flat-footed or start, look at it that I've lost the ball and that's it.
I don't understand. Sorry, I know. Besides the red card, in my opinion, can be like we can have a discussion whether it's a yellow or red. Yeah. I don't think that can be a discussion whether it's a foul or not. Like it's a foul.
No, I get it. No,
I know we agree because we spoke in the chat and everyone said it's a foul. I don't understand how the chat doesn't like that's a foul, bro. Like Tarap gave away 4 or 5 fouls like that in one season. We were frustrated.
This is what I would say is that if you actually look at the league, though, this is me picking on the Liga and their inconsistency. The amount of times I see a player put his hand out and hit a guy in the face, and sometimes it looks intentional and it doesn't get called, is far too much. And that's bad on the Liga. The ref called it. And I think that's where you're going to have, it will not shock me, and it'll be from the other accounts, from the rivals, because what they'll take is a montage of hands out hitting their players and no call. And and I think that's not our fault. That's not our fault. That's nothing to do with Benfica.
I'll send him a montage of Tarap's games for Benfica. Not even just dedicated to slapping people's faces, just Tarap. I said, Talabt, time at Benfica. 3 hours and 30 minutes. Watch the entire thing. See how many times he slaps people and gets
Yeah.
the yellow card.
Yeah.
And even red. That's my point is he got a red for that too.
Yeah.
I guess he was talking to the ref and
I,
saying whatever.
I think there's a lot of fighting there.
And can I just say,
and then for the penalty, once it's a foul, if it's in the box, penalty. It doesn't matter what kind of foul it is.
I didn't even see it was inside the box. In my head, right? I was watching the game. My first instinct was like, that's a red. Okay, that was it. And then only after I was like, oh shit, it's inside the box. Oh, it's a pen then. Because I thought it was outside the box. I thought it was a free kick. But, the red, I understand that can be the discussion, right? I've said my point, and I'm, that's fine. A foul? Of course it's a foul, bro. I just got slapped in the face in the middle of the fucking pitch. And then after that, there's another one. Do you remember Neves again?
Yeah.
In the defense, as in the right back position. He got slapped twice in one game.
Yeah.
Like, and then,
but that second time felt more like a hit than the first time, though. I'm just saying, like, it seemed like it was, but whatever. It doesn't matter the level of hit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But also, you know how you kind of see sometimes a guy puts a hand out and he pokes the guy on the forehead, you idiot, and the guy collapses on the ground. You can't do that. You can't put your finger on it. I don't like the antics. I don't think Neves was doing the antics. I really don't. I really don't think he was doing the antics. It's the sport. It is what it is. And I also had a bit more sour grapes, so that's why I kind of didn't initially like it. But who cares? We still got 3 points.
I honestly, go on. Tell me.
So all I was gonna say was to me was the player of the match. To me was Neves. I'm gonna leave it with him as our guy. Basically, what you said with that play itself, what he did, his heat map, and it's also we haven't been on the show for a while, and the kid's been one of those bright spots where he's been pretty damn consistent.
I think it'd be crazy of me to disagree with you, and I don't. Obviously, Neves was the player of the match, but just to be different, to keep that going.
You're gonna say it's Rafa?
No, fuck no. No, fuck no. Before, especially in the first half, Tino looked really solid. He was the only thing I don't like about this formation, that one of the many things I don't like in this formation, and especially this one, is that in the first half, I don't know if you remember, we were relying on Tino to create. When I don't want Tino to create, I want Tino to break down the play from the other teams. I don't want Tino to create. And we're passing the ball to Tino, and Tino was like, where's Romario? Where's Rafa? Like, why am I supposed to be creating? But look, I wish maybe I can quickly get it up here. How many times? Why the fuck have I got Benfica woman? How many times?
What are you looking at, buddy? What do you got in your browser? Don't hit share.
No.
I got Tino's stats here. What are you looking for?
I typed in Benfica and he came Barcelona, Benfica. I was like, Barcelona. I was like,
okay.
Woman.
Now you're saying like, lady
okay,
pictures still up on your browser.
He played 90 minutes. He had
what you do to relax before the show is your private business. You can't this is a PG
Where is
show.
defense?
Okay,
he had 9 so he had 3 interceptions, 5 defensive actions, 9 recoveries, and dribble pass 2. And then he has an 84% of accurate passes, which is not amazing, but for someone that has been out of the he hasn't been playing consistently as well, has he? I think it was incredible. It was just always he lost the ball a couple times. There was one time in my video that I say, "Oh, my Tino, Tino, my Tino, my Tino." He would win the ball,
moments. And I go back to this kind of formation, and the challenge with it is, and I saw less with today, but with Casapia, they exploited those wings, and the expectation is you want João Neves to become your fullback when you got someone. And right now it's Casapia. Like I do worry about when we face a harder opposition, like when we face Real Sociedad, if we go with this formation or we go against Inter, and this is our formation. Who do you expect? Like, if a guy breaks on the wings, do you expect like João Neves? Do you expect Tino? Do you expect who do you? Because all of a sudden, like, if João Neves is attacking forward and they start breaking out, you got your center backs. You're gonna want Tino all of a sudden to chase wide to the side to cover.
No, you want the other way around. You want the center back coming down as a center back, and you have Antonio. Like you saw it today.
Yeah, Antonio can
like open up wider. Otamendi would always be the most
the center guy, the middle guy. He's the middle guy. Yeah.
You saw Morato drift to the left, and Antonio as well. I don't think I mean, I'm not a manager, but I would never want Tino to be my right back or my left back.
No, I never
want
wanted either.
Tino.
I think these are the things they got to, I think, work out as if this is the new formation. Is it becomes instinctual if you do it for, the first 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. It's not fair to harp on these guys. After a few months, if this is our true new formation, eventually it'll be more of a natural flow. Who breaks out? Is it
sick, man.
Antonio? But I think it'll be good. Let's have a look at the ladies. What are you looking at, buddy? What are you looking at?
Oh, I wish I could. Can I?
You can share. You can share. You can hit the share button. Present. It's called present at the bottom.
Wait, no, let me get out of here first. So, so this is what I'm looking at, and then okay.
QPG, QPG.
No.
I just
right. Can you see it?
I see something at the bottom. Oh, it's loading. It's loading.
Right,
oh, Keke East.
Right, this is FotMob, right? That's the score line, right?
Yeah.
Then you have all the players. And I was just going through the players, right? So I went to Florentino Luis. I was looking. If you press their name, it says like where they play, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. What's Auschwitz? Go, I want to see this. I want to see this.
Bro.
Well, where's Auschwitz? Close. Come on. This is the most excited I've been for anything lately. Click his name.
Fucking hell.
Oh, there he is! Yeah! He's just missing the striker and the keeper.
Wait,
he did center back before. He did center back last season. He's got to do it this season, I guess.
This is insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different. Look, others: right back, left back, defensive midfielder, central midfielder, right winger, attacking midfielder. Jesus Christ, bro!
Fucking
like
I love it.
See,
I love it.
Like Jean Neves, for example, because now he's played like.
He's done a bit of it.
Yeah.
But more of those.
Even though he's played there today, right on the right,
it wasn't real. It's still like he's still not viewed as like a right guy because he's still tucking in.
So that gives even more credit to Auschwitz.
Yeah, and he's just a one-off. It's consistently on the wing, the fullback, defensive mid, attacking mid.
Look at this stat, bro. I didn't realize this.
Yeah, João Mario. What's this guy?
Look at this.
Ooh.
Fucking hell, mate.
If that guy starts recovering some of his form from last year, I can be very happy with João Mario. I was thrilled with him last year. Like, I look at the squad. I look at the potential of capability as some of these players. If Rafa starts clicking, if João Mario gets back to his form last year, if Nedge comes back healthy, if Tino, we know Tino. If he starts doing really well, under 19 coach, never going to be vice president on the weekends. I love it. He's you know what? Because of the whole equality on the gender issues, he's competing with Selma for the medal.
You can see all this stuff like the shots and stuff. Like you can see like
bring up Auschwitz. I just want to see his. I want to see his map there. I want to see that map.
Map?
Sorry. Yeah. How'd you get that? Go back to. No, you're down there. You're down. Go down. Yeah, go left. Keep going. That was just for João Mario. Can you switch that up?
Oh, that's just shot maps. That's just.
Okay.
It takes a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can do.
Okay.
If I press the player, maybe I don't know. I'm very new to this.
Yeah,
player
that's pretty
profile.
cool.
I don't know what that means. Oh, that's why you play. Player profile. Oh, that's the shots he took. He scored a goal there. That's the goal. He's blocked. Yeah, I think this is. I don't know if you can get a map.
That's cool, man. It's cool.
Hey, 66. This is sick. I like this. Yeah.
That's a cool app, man. I use SofaScore a lot actually for stuff I pull on the show, but I like to look at that.
You got a bloody resume as well. Hey, do you wanna get copyrighted? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's watch a match. Let's go. Get those strikes. We'll see you guys in 90 days again.
How do I? There we go.
It's going to be tough again because of the chaos with everyone right now for the Champions League match. We'll see if we can do something, but it's going to be really tough. But Sporting, I got a feeling we could do something Sunday evening after the Sporting match. I don't know how you're doing.
I'm off Sunday,
so we do after the match. We'll try to do actual proper BA 90, like 30 minutes hour after match.
So I do my rotas always a little bit in advance, obviously, right? Yep. And then I always forget why I do certain things. But then I get reminded. The reason I give myself Wednesday off was so I could watch. Oh,
so you're looking at it and you're like, I've done it before. Yeah. I booked afternoons off.
I always do it.
I don't do it all the time.
I always do it. Like if I do it, like for example, today I was starting the rota for the week after, not this week, but the one after, and I was really looking at when Benfica plays.
I'm I'm snooker for this week.
Yeah, but
man.
yeah,
I'm
you have a big boy job. I just make coffee for a living.
I got a big boy job. I do have a big boy job.
Exactly.
I
I go, man. Sometimes
You're
I'm so
hilarious, man.
I am
Yeah, hey, if you don't show up, your place collapses. Know that much, right?
bro. No, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I always show
Yeah.
up, but listen, I'm so rude sometimes to people. I don't understand how I'm in that
Hey,
customer service. Sometimes I'm so rude. I don't go.
that's fun. Enjoy the match, buddy. Enjoy.
I'm gonna try to get tickets
Yeah.
first. Oh, nice, good.
Yeah.
Hey, I can try to help you with that if you want.
Yeah. If you
If
need
you
help,
need help.
we got a socio that we can that seems to work.
Oh shit! Yeah. Mario can even help you even better. Yeah. That works perfectly fine, mate.
It's
Just
worked.
make sure
We
you.
tested out this season a few times. It's been
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of games this season. Surprising amount so far.
No.
It's worked.
Mario, is it a home or is it?
Actually, that'll be tough. I think it's a sporting.
Oh,
That's
he's a
tough.
sausage. He's
No,
a sausage.
it's a Benfica. It's a Benfica.
If he's a sausage, he should be fine.
Oh, you'll get it. Yeah. The only trick is really you have to look. I've never had. I stress out about getting tickets, but I've always gotten tickets. It's all about the finding out the time it goes and having your computer ready. And the moment it goes, you hit refresh, click, and you wait in the lineup and just don't get cute with picking the seat. And I hope for the best. And usually what I do is I get two laptops and I got one with two different browser types going, one with Edge, one with Chrome. And I hit both at the same time. And it's hilarious. They'll be like a half hour apart. But it's crazy how like it gets going.
Mario's got about 4 screens. He's got a stock market up there, right?
Yeah.
Then he's got Bitcoin and all sorts of stuff going on there. Tickets. Then he got SpongeBob SquarePants on the right hand side because he needs to keep his mind going, man.
Exactly. You gotta keep. That's how you get your business news, man. You gotta see what SpongeBob's saying.
Can I buy 2 tickets? So I can only buy. It depends whether it depends. Hey, get another sauce and you should be able to buy 2 sausage tickets.
Yeah, I've last few times I feel like because of the Red Pass, there's so many of them, they're only doing 1 ticket per person. I find nowadays. But yeah, that's been the issue I find. Really good, man. It's gonna be a great game. I'm still, this is crazy. The fact our ticket's not on sale yet. I'm gonna go now because again, I'm not in Portugal right now, so I typically care
ticket?
more.
Sporting?
Yeah, that's actually quite pathetic. The game is in a week. The ticket, if they have
I'm in the queue for something.
And Belich, I don't know. I'm checking.
I've literally just typed in Benfica, pressed enter, and it says "Estás na fila de espera para."
No, they still haven't sold. It's gonna be information.
What queue am I in? I'm in a queue for something.
No, they're saying Venda de Socios como
Benfica Inter. I was in the queue for Benfica Inter. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just looking at here. It looks like tickets already went. No, Monday. It's the 6th, 10 a.m. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, Monday, 10 a.m. their time. That's when tickets go on sale. But I still think Portugal is messed up. I'll be honest. Like, you got in less than a week's notice to buy your tickets. Like, you think of people who are traveling. You think of people like, let's say you got a wedding, and your buddy's like, "Can you come to my wedding?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll let you know on Monday." It depends if I get tickets or not. You know what I mean? Like, it makes it really tough to. It still always drives me nuts, but I guess part of it also, it kind of screws up the resale market a little bit. I know it makes it tougher to resale tickets if it's just so last minute, and I don't know if that's why they intentionally do it, but yeah.
Do I do it? No, I don't do it. I'm not gonna go Benfica Inter.
There's
so many tickets.
Ask Fabs if he's.
I said to Fabs, I'm not going until next year now, bro. I'm spending way too much money on these flights and stuff, bro. Like stays and stuff. No. There are still some seats, bro.
Oh, there are seats. I think there are people that are, I don't know, not as excited with things. But all it takes is you get a couple of good wins. Hey, we beat Real Sociedad.
Inter is always, it's Inter. You know what I'm saying? Like, Benfica Inter is always worth it, man.
No, but here's the reality. We beat Real Sociedad. We beat Sporting. We advanced to the Taça Portugal. And then it's Inter. And all of a sudden you're sitting there, it's like, oh, we only got 3 points. But all of a sudden, you start getting kind of excited. You start getting kind of, well, what if Real Sociedad loses their match? All of a sudden, maybe we're back in it, right? Like, you never know. We'll get excited. That's what we are. We're suckers for this stuff. That's it. All right, man. Yeah, boa noite. It's I hope you like the show, Jake. And oh yeah, he's always coming in hot. Look at that. I love it.
I was trying to get off before he came in, man. But
Oh, you're always trying. That's exactly it. You're always trying to get off before he comes in. Hey, that's just. He's like, I'm ready to come in. He's like, I gotta go. I'm done. Anyways, fuck. I'll go outside.
It wasn't me today.
Oh God. All right, guys. You have a wonderful evening. Peace.
Peace.